Hello and welcome to Sports Poopers. I'm your hostess, Sam Smith, and I'm sitting here with visual artist, poet laureate, and storyteller Kevin Wall.
Hi, how are you?
And first off, how many pairs of socks do you own?
Well, I don't really match them, so it's hard to keep tabs on that, but I'd say it's in the upwards of about 1,600.
Do you ever go like this?
If it's necessary, I try not to. I got weak knees from, working on the farm so long.
Mm-hmm.
It's where I get all my stories from.
Now the farm, you grew up, according to my notes here, you grew up on the farm. Tell me about that.
Well, it was right off of the highway, and horses always got spooked, so I had to sleep with them in my room sometimes, and it was kind of a rough time. I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay, interesting. Well, may I ask, like, where this was? Where did you grow up?
I grew up on the south side of Colorado, and it was right on the border. I was like at the base of this beautiful mountain, and all of the, children in the area, they all were learning German at the time, and I could never understand that because we were so close to Mexico. It just didn't make any sense.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's some kind of Mormon thing. Oh wait, that's Utah.
Yeah, but we got a lot of spillover. They don't know how to keep to themselves.
Right.
They're always on the lookout for some fresh wives.
Yeah. 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 Well, do you think that that experience influenced your work, mainly as a poet, laureate?
Kind of. I mean, I don't really remember it because I did so much LSD in college, but no, I don't think so. I mainly write about my dreams and, I stare at the sun and then I see spots and shapes, and it kind of really opens up, new storylines for me.
Mm-hmm. Tell me about one of these dreams that you've written about.
Well, I was making waffles in a garage, like a parking garage, and all these people kept on asking me where to park, and I just kept on telling them, dude, drive around, find a space. It's not hard to do,
Yeah.
And then no one would buy my waffles, and I just couldn't.
Oh, you were selling them?
Well, sort of. The idea occurred to me later. Like, I was just making them because I just woke up. But then I had so much extra, and I was like, these people are probably hungry. I should probably start selling them.
Huh. Now, at what point? So you were living in a parking garage. At what point in your life were you living in a parking?
That was in like my late,
Wait,
late
that was
20s.
a dream.
Yeah, but I was older.
Oh, okay.
In the dream, it was like a prophecy or something, I think.
Did you ever actually live in a parking garage?
I didn't actually live there. I mean, I've slept in a few maintenance closets in my day.
Uh-huh.
So I've, spent some early mornings in a parking garage making, bowls of cereal.
Yeah. Well, how many times a day do you breathe?
Twice, maybe. It's like I'm a little nervous being
Come
on
on.
TV, so I'm breathing a little more, but
So
I've been...
3?
For the last, 3 or 4 years, I've been trying to, I really want to know what it's like to hibernate, so I've been trying to, slow my entire body function down during the winter, and a lot of it's maintaining your breathing, so lately I've been trying to keep it under 500 reps a day. It's it's getting easier now. I can like walk upstairs without getting, too dizzy and fall back down.
Mm-hmm.
But it's been a struggle.
Yeah. So trying to get to hibernation breathing rate when you're actually not hibernating.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of
That's smart. That's smart.
It's like training for a marathon. Like I think this next winter's, I'll be ready. I'll do it. I mean, I'm starting like probably Thanksgiving. I'm just gonna stock up on food, get really like fat,
Mm-hmm.
get some blubber to feed myself through the winter, and
Right. Find a cave.
Yeah. Well, I've got a couple candidates, staked out.
Mm-hmm.
But
hopefully, no bears will get there before you.
Yeah, I'm a little worried about that, but I think if I get there first and I smell bad enough, they might leave me alone.
Or they just might think you're their cousin.
Yeah. Take me as one of their own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I really hope to learn from them eventually, but it's all back to this story that I'm working on about a guy that thinks he's a bear living in the city,
Mm-hmm.
but it turns out he's just homeless.
Huh. Now, where would you be telling this story? Coffee shops, Barnes and Noble.
Well, it's
Borders.
I mean, this all started out of like being a street performer. I used to like break dance and tell poetry to crowds of 3 or 4 people.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really starting to pick up now. I've actually brought my act indoors. I've gotten a couple gigs where I've interrupted performances to spread my message,
Like what types of performances?
Mainly classical events, intermissions, 7th inning stretches. I just
Like concerts?
wherever I am, wherever I
Rolling
get
Stones.
yeah.
You too.
They take like 45 minutes to set up their shit. I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
run on stage and say some, say a few words,
Mm-hmm.
really, because if I just touch one person,
Right.
I hope
Get the
that
message
they're
out.
over 18. I mean,
Huh?
It's a long story.
Okay. Anyway, we're gonna have to go to a break. Can we go to a break? And we're back, but it looks like we've run out of time. I'd just like to say thank you to Kevin Wall for being on the show.
Hey, thanks for having me.
And I heard you have an upcoming gig.
Yeah. Well, I'll be outside the Kenmore Square stop all week. I try to take it into the Sunglass Hut, but their security's pretty tight, so I might have to just stay outside. But hopefully, the weather will be nice. People come to see the Sox, and
See you on the way.
yeah. Well, hopefully I'll get them to give me money and
Mm-hmm.
make them feel
You'll
better
be
about their
reading
lives.
poetry.
Yeah, I'll be playing
painting.
songs. I'm gonna sell beads. I think maybe, I don't know. I got a lot of rocks laying around, so I think I might try to get those. Get those to people. People need to be reminded of, all the things that weigh them down,
Right.
and it's better than paying taxes.
Okay. Well, that's really all we have. Signing off for Sports Poopers, this is Sam Smith. Thanks again to Kevin Wall, and we'll see you next time.